The communication array at SETI's Arecibo successor facility had been silent for 3 days when Dr. Elena Vasquez noticed the anomaly. The signal wasn't coming from any known pulsar or quasar. It was structured, deliberate, and utterly alien. Commander. "Chen, you need to see this!" Elena called across the control room, her voice tight with excitement and concern. The pattern on her screen pulsed with mathematical precision, but beneath the elegant sequences lay something that made her blood run cold. Desperation. Commander James Chen of the United Earth Defense Force approached her station, his weathered face reflecting the blue glow of the monitors. After humanity's first contact with the Kepler Confederation 3 years ago, protocols had been established. Every signal was now a potential diplomatic crisis. Or worse. "What am I looking at, Doctor?" Chen asked, studying the cascading data. "Streams." "It's a distress signal," Elena replied, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface. "But not from any known Confederation species. The mathematical framework is completely foreign, yet—" She paused, highlighting specific sequences. "They're using our own prime number series as a translation key. Whoever sent this has been studying us." The signal had been repeating for 72 hours, growing weaker with each transmission. Elena's team had worked around the clock to decode it, and what they found challenged everything they thought they knew about galactic politics. The message was from the Zephyrians, a species unknown to the Kepler Confederation. Their homeworld was under siege by something called the Devourer Swarm, a mechanical plague that consumed entire star systems, converting organic matter into more of itself. The Zephyrians had intercepted human broadcasts and identified Earth as a world capable of warfare on a scale that might make a difference. "They're asking us for help?" Chen's voice carried disbelief. "We've barely figured out faster-than-light travel, and they want us to fight some kind of galactic menace?" Elena pulled up the translated portions of the message. "According to this, the Confederation species are pacifistic by nature. They've never developed military technology beyond basic defense systems. But humans—" She gestured to the text scrolling across her screen. "They've analyzed our history, our wars, our weapons development. They think we're the only species crazy enough to actually fight this thing." Admiral Sarah Morrison arrived. Within the hour, her uniform crisp despite the emergency summons. As the head of Earth's fledgling space navy, she'd overseen the construction of humanity's first proper warships, vessels that the Confederation had politely but firmly suggested were unnecessarily aggressive for peacetime exploration. "How long until this swarm reaches Confederation space?" Morrison asked, reviewing the tactical data Elena's team had extracted. 6 months, Admiral," Chen replied. "Maybe less. The Zephyrians estimate their homeworld has days left." Morrison studied the holographic star map Elena had constructed from the signal data. The Devourer Swarm was a spreading cancer of red markers, each representing a consumed system. At its current pace, it would reach Confederation territory within months, and Earth within a decade. "Ma'am," Elena interjected, "there's something else. The Zephyrians included technical specifications in their message: gravitational displacement, coordinates, quantum communication frequencies. They're offering us the location of the swarm's current position." Morrison's eyes hardened. The weight of command had taught her that sometimes the right choice was also the terrifying one. "How many ships can we mobilize?" 12 battleships, 8 cruisers, and 4 carriers, Chen answered immediately. "The Defiance, Retribution, and Indomitable are our heaviest hitters. The crews have been training for Confederation joint exercises, but nothing like this. This isn't a joint exercise, Morrison said grimly. This is what we've been preparing for without knowing it. Every weapon system, every tactical doctrine we've developed while the Confederation watched in polite horror. This is why. The message had included detailed scans of swarm vessels, geometric nightmares of black metal and pulsing energy, each the size of a city. They moved in perfect coordination, stripping planets bare and growing stronger with each system they consumed. The Zephyrians had managed to destroy individual units, but the swarm adapted too quickly for their methodical approach to warfare. Humans, the message suggested, fought differently. Morrison turned to Elena. Can you send a response? Yes, but tell. Them we're coming. Chen, prepare the fleet for immediate deployment. Full battle configuration. As klaxons began wailing throughout the facility, Elena crafted humanity's first response to an alien distress call. It was simple, direct, and utterly human. Message received. Cavalry en route. Hold the line. The 24 ships of Earth's Navy departed from Luna Station 18 hours later, their hulls bristling with kinetic weapons, nuclear missiles, and experimental energy cannons that had made Confederation observers nervous during peacekeeping demonstrations. Each vessel carried a crew trained in the arts of war that most galactic species had abandoned millennia ago. Captain Marcus Torres of the battleship Defiance watched the stars streak past as they entered their first combat jump to an alien star system. His crew was a mix of veterans from Earth's various military forces, united by their willingness to fight for people they'd never met against an enemy they barely understood. "Sir," his communications officer called out, "we're receiving a new signal from the Zephyrian system." Torres nodded grimly. On screen. The message was brief, transmitted in the simple mathematical language Elena's team had established. Swarm has arrived. We cannot hold. Thank you for answering. Increase to maximum combat speed, Torres ordered. Signal the fleet. We're not here to hold the line. We're here to push it back. Behind them, the rest of humanity's navy followed into the dark, carrying with them the hopes of two species and the promise that sometimes, when the galaxy called for help, the answer came from the third rock, from an unremarkable yellow star, crewed by beings too stubborn to accept defeat. The Devourer swarm had never encountered anything like them.